A very exciting announcement from IWC and the return of the Gerald Genta designed Ingenieur SL. For me, this has to be one of the most exciting releases at Watches and Wonders 2023, the return of the Gerald Genta design IWC Ingenieur. Essentially, this new release, the IWC Ingenieur Automatic 40, is a reissue of Gerald Genta's iconic sports watch from the 1970s, the Ingenieur. He designed this watch for IWC and it was called the SL. It got the nickname the Jumbo because of its size, 40 millimeters. The reference was the 1832, and of course, we are getting a reissue of this watch. The Ingenieur was originally released in 1955 as an engineer's watch to compete with the likes of the Milgauss from Rolex. However, back in 1955, it was not an integrated bracelet watch. It had a round case and a traditional strap. It did have anti-magnetic properties. In the 1970s, IWC reached out to Gerald Genta, the man famous for the AP Royal Oak and the Patek Philippe Nautilus, and they asked him to update the Ingenieur, so this is how we got the SL. This new model still gets the H-Link bracelet that looks very similar to that original design. It gets a 40 millimeter case with very slight crown guards. They will start with 3 different colors. There is a titanium model as well, so that gets a 4th color, and hopefully they will expand from there. One major update is the bezel. So the bezel on the original SL was just a screwed down bezel, so it was just one piece and it's screwed down as a ring. Now the bezel is held in place with bolts, so all of the bolts will line up. Now that was a correction that they made in previous versions of the Ingenieur that were integrated bracelet watches. In fact, I own one. I own the Perpetual Calendar Flyback Chronograph with a digital display, an amazing watch, one of the most complicated watches that they made in the Ingenieur lineup. So this is something that they've already done. They're just saying that they've corrected this from the original model, that original SL. There is a textured dial on these. So what you're getting here is sort of a checkerboard design. There are blocks that are made up of dots and stripes that sort of go across the dial. It actually looks really cool. There are 4 dial variants, as I mentioned. So we're getting a white, a black, a green. The green is a really nice green. I really do like it. And then there is a gray dial. That gray dial is paired with the titanium version. Prices on these will be around $11,000 for those stainless steel versions and a little bit more expensive for the titanium version. So on the pricier side, but these are really cool watches and I am very excited that they've come back out with these. I'm a big fan of the Ingenieur. I've owned a few and I plan on owning more in the future. I definitely want to get one of these because I am a big fan of the Ingenieur. It's always been an underrated watch and I hope it doesn't continue in that direction, but I think these will definitely get a lot of attention from people who really love the design. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this new Ingenieur and the design that they went with? They've updated it slightly, but it looks a lot like that original SL. Beautiful watch in my opinion, and I really like the dial colors and textures that they have chosen. Tell me down in the comments below. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos about Watches and Wonders and the new releases, so definitely hit that bell icon so you are notified of when I release videos. Anyway guys, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you in the next video.